I'm live. Oh my goodness. So I can't tell if anyone's here yet. However, I am going live because it's easier to upload videos this way. And I wanted to do a couple of VRs. Hi, Stormy. Hi, Tammy Pie. Hi, B. Hi, Paula. So I wanted to do the tarot happiness tag, which goes along with wise tag, 7 days 7 tags, and the original tarot happiness was put out by Strength Reversed, I believe. Pretty sure. Did I get her name right? Pretty sure. Hi, Misty. Hey. So this is how I'm going to do this tag bit, because it's a lot faster for me to do it this way than to record myself and then upload it later, because this is just a whole lot faster. So, tarot happiness. And I know Simon did his. I saw his last night and I enjoyed watching that. And Jen's Balanced Tarot did hers. And good, Strength Reversed. I thought that was, I was sure that was her name. 99.9% sure, but I go cattywampus sometimes in my brain. So, things that I love about tarot, things that make me happy, tarot happiness. I love that tarot is spiritual, it's magical, it's kind of woo woo. Hi, Selkie. I love that. I love the whole mystical, like the mystery of it all. I love that about tarot. Oh, yeah, Julie did it too. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I forgot about that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I love that I'm not going to do these in any particular order, I don't think. And I don't think that I'm going to like necessarily number them or anything. I just jotted a few things down. Because I was talking to Simon earlier on Glide, and he said, "You should go live." And I said, "I might go live. Let me think of something to talk about." So I decided to do this, and I was jotting them down. Hi, Lisa. Who else do we have? Yes. Okay. So, in no particular order, besides them being magical, mystical, spiritual, woo woo, and mysterious, and all of that, I love that decks take on their own personalities. And they can be sassy, or they can be like really comforting, and they're just like old friends that they get you, and they know what you need, and they'll call you out on your shit, and they're just they're all different. I love that. And another thing that I love, tarot happiness. I love not expecting to connect with a deck to the degree that I do. I know I don't order any decks that I don't think I'm going to really like, but I've had decks show up that I thought, well, I'll like that. But then when I get it, it's like instant love. Like where has this been my whole life? And that happened for me with a few decks, but the one that comes to mind is the Osho Zen. I didn't think that it was going to be what it is to me. It's really something powerful. Also the Marielle. I wasn't so sure that I was going to like the Marielle, but I really do. And yeah, they do. They have their own personalities. And I guess some people even name theirs. I haven't named any of mine, I don't think. They have nicknames, some of them, just like all of us have, like the Dirty Pam and things like that, which I don't have the Dirty Pam, and I also don't have the Naked Pam yet. I have Pam's Vintage Tarot, which I kind of call a Dirty Pam. She's kind of a dirty girl, that Pam's Vintage. She's kind of a dirty girl. She's actually, Pam's Vintage is a little bit dirtier than the dirty PM. Because I mean, just look at it. You didn't get an alert, Simon? What in the heck? Simon, have you tapped the little bell dingy doodly thing so that you get notifications when I'm doing stuff? I've tapped your bell. I've rung your bell. I better stop. Okay. Yeah, so I love that. I love Dex calling me out on my shit. You guys, up near the up near oh the camera, there's a fly sitting right there. Oh, I just came on, Simon. Just a couple minutes ago. I He's on the fence with the Mary L. I was too, but when I got it, I thought, man, I really like this deck. And I did. Oh, it just ran right across the camera. I love it when that happens. Oh my goodness. Oh, look. Do you see him? I'm gonna name him Carl. Get off. Move it, Carl. Scat. Go. Oh, you were just watching one of my videos, Lynette? Oh my goodness. I hope that it's I hope that you don't think any less of me after watching my videos, because I'm just a weirdo. Um, so yes, I also another thing that brings me tarot happiness is reading for complete strangers. These people that come in and they're just like, especially ones that have never had their cards read before and they don't really know what to expect. And then you look at them and their face is just sitting there like, oh, holy shit. And when they cry, oh my goodness. Yeah, that is something that I always tend to forget is to have tissues handy because man, some people are criers and there are some that just like the instant I start reading, they just you see it welling up and then I have to stop and run and get them a tissue. Yeah, the weirder the better. Well, I'm pretty weird, that's for darn sure. Yes. So, yeah, I love reading for strangers, and particularly because and it's not like I'm trying to prove anything, I'm not trying to, because I won't know anything about these people. So the stuff that comes flying out my mouth may make absolutely 0 sense to me, and, I have to remind myself sometimes in my head I'm seeing something or I'm hearing things, um and I have to remind myself that I'm just here to report. So no matter what the hell it sounds like, it needs to come out because, that's this person is owed that. So, and I always tell them as well that if something isn't making complete sense right now, it might later, but usually it's making sense right then. Um, and that is something else too that I love about the tarot is it puts me in my zone. It's kind of like doing a switch. It's when I get into the act of shuffling, and I kind of turn my switch, and then I have visions, and I have things that I'm hearing, and things that I'm feeling. That it's kind of like it turns on my intuition in a way. If that makes sense. I pick up things all the time, anyhow, but most of the time I don't pay any attention to it. I'm not listening. But whenever I have dedicated that time and space to sit and read, and particularly whenever I'm reading for someone else, I get all of this input coming in. And I love that about the tarot. It's just kind of like a switch. It's turning on my switch. And that happens mostly when I'm shuffling. And obviously, yes, shuffling is one thing that I do. I do love about the tarot because um shuffling, and I'm not just an overhand or a rifle shuffler. Different decks require different shuffling. Am I psychic? I think that everyone is psychic, B. I do. I think that everyone is psychic, and I think that different people have different degrees or different gifts. It's kind of like everyone can learn to play the piano, but some people are naturally gifted. It's like some people can sing and you can sing, but then some people are just natural, and I'm not like a Liberace or oh, what am I trying to say? I'm not like a super duper psychic, but I do get a lot of things, and um they make a lot of sense. And I have stepped into mediumship a few times, and that's just kind of weird, but I love it. I just go with whatever it is. A lot of people Interesting. A lot of people say they're not psychic. Well, I tend to think of it like this. How many times have you been really thinking about someone, and then the next thing that you know, your phone rings and look who it is, you know? Or it's and I too with mothers, we have this intuition. There's just this gut thing that we know when something is going on. I remember when my oldest son moved out of the home, and he was living an hour and a half away. There were times whenever I just, for whatever reason, I would, in the middle of the night or whenever, I just knew there was something up, and I would call him, and sure enough, you know. So, yes, hi Heather. I said doo doo. I said doo doo. Yes. So, yeah, I do. I think that everyone has their own degree of their own abilities, and I think too that it's like any other muscle. The more that you work it and the more that you practice it, and get into meditation and things like that, I think that you can build it up, and get stronger. So, yeah, but with me, a lot of times, I mean, it's music. I get a lot of music. I get images, symbols, but a lot of what I get is music, and then I have to go in and dissect that and think about what that particular song means, maybe what the lyrics would, like, straight up the lyrics mean, and then sometimes maybe it's just what the song means to me, or a time, a situation when I this song is prevalent for me, and I don't know. It's hard to explain. So, other things, yes, this is Heather. I'm doing strength reverse and Y all at the same time, because he's got the 7 tags for 7 days, or 7 days, 7 tags, and then the tarot happiness. So I'm not gonna mount. Not gonna mount. Getting it done, because I figured if I just go live and get it done really quick, that I could not have to sit and wait for hours upon hours upon hours for my tablet to upload. So, also, I love the variety of decks. I love that there's something for everyone. I love that there are I like big decks, and I cannot lie. You I like that there's big decks and there's little decks and everything in between. I've got I got some little decks with me. I got my little this one, you can tell it's pretty kind of worn because it's always in my purse. And then this one, I like this little mini that I have in this little Peggy bag, the Bohemian Gothic. I love these little, I mean, they're just little. Look how little. I love it. Oh, those kids are kind of creepy. Yeah. I love that tarot tells a story, and it's like a book that you can lay things out, and then you can just read it almost like a picture book. And that's one thing that I remember whenever I was a little girl, my grandmother used to have me sit with her. And I'm not going to say old enough to learn how to read, because that's kind of relative. I mean, my little Sammy knew how to read when he was 4. He was really reading. But I was, I don't know, I was probably like 6 or something. And my grandmother would have me sit with her, and she would get these picture books out, and she would have me tell her the story that, from the images, what's happening, tell me what's happening, tell you read me the story kind of thing. And I think that's a really good practice too. And that does help with card interpretation. Um, but I like that. I like that there's all of these. Of course, I'm not a math person, so I can't get the statistics like for 3 card spreads. If I was going to lay out 3 cards, how many stories could I come up with out of 78 cards in 78 different ways or three different, you know what I mean? It's like a story. And what else? I did write a couple down. I did take a couple of notes um a little bit ago. Let's see. Yes, the fact that there's different decks for everybody. There's cat decks, there's dog decks, there's rock star decks, the classic rock tarot. There's spaceman decks. There's Hello Kitty decks. I think Veronica Jude said she had. There's all different kinds. There's something for everyone. And I love the smell of a deck. Love it. That's deck. DECK. I love to smell decks. Yes. So I will seriously, I will get my little I will get this guy out and I'll just oh, and that noise. How can you not love that noise? Hear it? Yeah. I love it. And I do. I love the shuffle, to sit and shuffle. And I love the ritual that goes along with tarot. I love getting them and being intentionable. I love being intentionable, guys. I love being intentional about setting time and sitting down and blocking everything else out, lighting my sage, lighting my candles, and sitting there and getting into some meditation and just grounding myself, and then getting into the shuffle. And then, like I said, whenever I'm getting into the shuffling, I go into this place where I start hearing and seeing things, and I love it. And I will sometimes, if my family is watching something really stupid on TV, like zombies. Sorry, Lynette. Um, then I will sit and I'll just, while they're doing that, I'll just mindlessly sit and shuffle. And then occasionally I drop them. Oh no, that can't happen. Okay. So I love that about the tarot. And I love tarot extras. I love that along with tarot, you get accessories. Now, I don't have any reading cloths yet. Nothing specific just for reading. But I always lay out what's the word? Tapestries. Like on a table if I'm reading somewhere, or um if I'm like just on my reading table there in the house, I have I have a little like placemat set out. It's just a little placemat and I read on that. But I love accessories, guys. And look, I just got some. I'm gonna have to stand up to show you this one. I just got something new. This just came yesterday, and I am in love with it. I'm not gonna like open it fully, but look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I love it. And let's see. What else? Oh, accessories. Am I still on? Am I still recording? I haven't frozen, have I? Okay. I have some other accessories. Other accessories. Thank you. Thank you, B. And now I know I'm still on here. Crystals. This is my little opalite guy. Isn't he pretty? and this little lapis. And this little guy, I love this because he's got all these occlusions in there. And there's one little way I can hold him, and it's just I can see a rainbow. I'm still on. Good, good, good. And this one, I love this one. Oh my gosh, this labradorite. Yeah. I love I love having my crystals and my yummies out with my and this one is ocean jasper. I love him too. And even the crystals get little personalities. Of course, I personify everything, but yeah. So, um but I love everything about it. I can't think of one thing that I don't that about tarot that doesn't bring me happiness. Truly. I mean, even when I'm reading tarot and something comes up and it's really calling me out on my shit, I love it. I love it because it's like a friend that gets me. The shadow work, the getting to know myself better, that makes me happy. It really does. It's so oftentimes we're not very honest with ourselves. We like to live in our little I like to live in my little hillbilly castle in all of my, imaginary goodness and just pretend like everything is great all the time. And it's not always. But the tarot will call me out on that and it'll bring me back down and it'll make me pay closer attention to areas in my life that I need to pay closer attention to. I also love tarot books. And I just brought a couple with me today. But I love my Holistic Tarot by Benebell Wynn because it is, you guys, this book has everything. It's got everything. It's got everything. It has everything. Yeah, it is. I love that book. And this this is Tarot for Yourself, a workbook for personal transformation by Mary K. Greer. And I haven't done it yet. I haven't started this yet, but I'm going to because I like homework. I love studying tarot and I love the something that really makes me happy about the tarot is that there are no masters. We are all masters in our own right, but there's no way to master it ever fully. I could live for 500 years and I would still just be scratching the surface on everything that tarot is. It's got so many layers and so many. Just when I think I understand fully what one card means, it comes up something completely different in another reading. And then I understand it in a totally different way. And I love that you can tell time with tarot. I love that you can even the tarot can even tell you about the weather. Oh no, did you guys hear that? Rex is crying again. He's back there with the girls today. But I love that the tarot has all the symbology. It has the seasons, it has the elements, it has balance, it has light and shadow. It has all of these things that are just it's so cool. And then you bring in and you've got playing cards. Now, granted, playing cards don't have a major arcana, but I mean, the fact that you can take all of these things and it's just mind blowing. And I just know that no matter how long I live, I will never know everything there is to know about tarot. It constantly evolves. It's so organic. It just grows with you, and that's something that brings me happiness. And you know, yeah. And then it does make me happy to buy new decks. It makes me really happy. When I get it, it comes in my UPS guys here. Now, granted, I can't go to most of the time I can't buy decks in stores because where I live, it is just like a geographical odyssey. There is nothing. There's a whole lot of nothing. But there's been a couple of stores that I have been fortunate enough to find decks in, but for the most part, all of my decks come from online. And when they come and I open that and I look at that deck for the first time, I can almost immediately tell how this how this deck is going to be. Well, I will show you, Selkie. Yes, I will. Come here, Roger. Come here. Okay, here we go. There we go. Roger's doing well. Roger's just really, really, really sleepy. Oh, we just got done eating, didn't we, Raj? Yeah. Here, you see him better if I put him up like this. Mama doesn't even seem to care right now, so hey. So, and then because, I'm not the type of person that likes to go shopping. When I go to a store, my main initiative is to get in there and then get my ass right back out. I'm not a window shopper. I don't like any part of that. I don't like shopping for clothes, shoes, any of it. But when it comes to decks, I will sit and go through and look at reviews and pour over it and decide whether or not, this is one I really want. And then when it comes, it feels like it feels like it's my birthday. Guys, it feels like my birthday about once, twice a week. No, I do have, I do go through dry periods where I just don't really buy decks. Yeah, it's a little guy. Look at his little paw. You see his little paw? Is he not the cutest? He's so content. He's got a really good mama. I'm gonna put him back with her now because she's sitting here looking. It's okay. I got your baby. Yes, I do. Got your baby. Yeah, and so like I said, I don't like shopping, but I love shopping for decks. And then an extension of that, I like shopping for crystals and pendulums and things that go along with it. And then I think the big one that I really, 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 really love is the tarot community. All of you guys, everybody that I have met, Buddha, I swear, if you go dragging that out, Daddy is going to put the hurt on you. Okay, not my circus, not my monkey. So, anyhow, yes, tarot tube. That and not just tarot tube. I have other tarot friends that I've met from taking classes and things like that. I have met so many amazing people in tarot that it's almost like if someone is a tarot reader, I know instantly that there are things that they understand that nobody else in my life is ever going to understand. So I feel a lot less alone having all of you having for the longest time I just sat and I lurked on people's videos. And I love getting on YouTube and looking up different spreads, and I love watching people do walkthroughs, and then in particular, whenever they're pointing out what they see in a card that maybe I have looked at this card 100 times and never seen it. And so I love having that available to me. I simply cannot imagine um, what it was like back whenever people were first reading tarot. and there were very few decks, and it was just even more of a closet magical, mystical thing, and really no one to really teach you. Not very many books available and things of that nature. I can't imagine that. But I love the fact that now we have all of this, all of these, bleh, bleh, we have all of these resources. And I love that. And I love the community that we have. I know that there's a lot of people that I've met and that I really treasure. And there's really been just in the past little while several that I have met, since I kind of stepped out and said, "Okay, guys, I'm here. I've been standing in the corner and I've just been not saying anything and not, I guess I'll quit being so shy and creepy." I Since I have come out and made myself known to other people, I have met some of the most incredible people. You guys, you see, and I love that. It's it floors me. So, yeah, that brings me happiness, tarot happiness. And I'm sure that I'll think of about 80 other things whenever I'm laying there trying to go to sleep tonight, because that's how that works. You know what I mean? So, do you have a video on your deck? I'm behind. Which deck? Do you mean I did a video on this one the other day, the pre-Raphaelite, the same one that Simon did today. Let's see. I have a video on my Oracle cards I got printed. I do have a video of Journey to the Crossroads Tarot digital version. And next week, when it gets here, I will do a video. Oh, okay. You're talking to Paula. Paula's got a deck. Yeah, she's really creative. Another thing that I like, speaking of, I like Oracle decks. Now, I am 100 times more of a tarot person than I am Oracle, but I do like Oracle because Oracle does help me with developing my intuition further. I really do like that. Um, I don't have as many Oracle decks as I do tarot, but this Sacred Traveler by Denise Linn. This is one that I like to take with me if I'm going to be reading for other people. It's one that I let other people hold because I don't let other people touch my stuff, but I do let other people play with this if their hands are clean. You know what I mean? Hi, Emma. I finally made a live chat. Now here and love everything tarot and oracle. Well, welcome, Emma. So glad. Yeah. And I wasn't even going to do a live today, but I was talking with Simon and it just came up. So here I am. I'm alive. I was like, okay, I can knock out these tarot tags. And I don't mean it to sound like that, knock them out. That just makes it sound like I'm begrudgingly doing this, and I'm not. I have a lot of fun. I love making videos, but I thought, well, if I go live, because Simon and I were talking about, somebody going live, and I was like, okay, I'll do it, but I have to have something to talk about first. So then I said, well, maybe I'll do that tarot happiness tag. And then Simon was thinking the same thing at the same time because Simon and I have like our brains are wired like together somehow. Yes. You have stopped buying Oracle because you have enough. You prefer me too, Selkie. It's very rare that I buy an Oracle. Really. Um, I love that they can help me with my intuition a little bit more. And it's nice to get like a card of the day kind of thing. And I'll pull an Oracle card at the beginning I'll pull a few Oracle cards at the beginning of the week from different decks, and I will have them hanging up so that I kind of have, a projection of, energy for the week, but it's not one that I would lay out in spreads and read like a story the same way that I do tarot. But, everyone does things their own way. And that is another thing that makes me happy about tarot. It brings me tarot happiness that there's no wrong way to do it. That, as long as you're not, I mean, there is a wrong way to do it in that, you should never tell someone that you can predict these things, and say, "Oh, it looks like because I turned up the Tower card, the Death card, and the Ten of Swords that somebody's gonna die." That's wrong. It's just unethical. Um, but I do very much love that everyone has their own way of doing it. Some people only read cards once a week. Some people only read their, cards very rarely. Um, Some people like to pull a card every day. Some people do it twice a day. Some people just, I just love it. I love that everyone has their own way, their own spreads, their own path. I love that some people only have a couple of decks and that's all they ever want. And I love that we have this available that we can collect decks too, because there are decks that I have that I'm not going to read with, really. The classic rock tarot is not one that I'm going to really read with because it's it's just more novelty than anything. But I freaking love tarot and I love tarot decks. And yeah. But this little, if you guys don't have this Sacred Travelers by Denise Linn, I love this little deck. As far as Oracle decks go, this is one of my favorites. I mean, it feels nice. And look at these pretty card backs, you guys. Look at these pretty card fronts. Oh no, what was that? Someone trying to call me on my thing? Oh, don't worry about it. I'll call her back. Hit that. Remind me. Yeah, so I love it. I love that there's something for everyone. I love that, you know, there's always something to learn. It's something that it is a spiritual practice, but it's also a hobby. And it's something that I feel like I'm never going to get tired of. Never. And because I can't know everything there is to know. And I'm one of those people that I love researching. I love researching and I love doing homework, which is why I'm going to do this. It doesn't matter even if I'm going over things that I already know and have known for years. When I do that, there's going to be something new that I pick up, and it's homework, and I love homework. I didn't like homework whenever I was a kid, but I love it now. And so, yeah. So that is that. That is what brings me tarot happiness. That is my tarot happiness, you guys. So, if you guys haven't done the tarot happiness tag and you're a content creator, I would love to see what makes you guys happy. I know I saw Simon's last night while I was cooking dinner. Yes. Let's see. Oh, okay. Which deck would be good for let me see. Let me read back. It happens to a lot of us. Pre-Raphaelite on your wish list. Yes, do it. It's gorgeous. And like Simon says, you don't particularly like pip decks. And now, yes, it's a classic deck in an RWS style. Hi, Cedar. Yes. You'll be doing this tag tomorrow, Lisa? Okay, I'm going to look for it. I am going to look for it. I got to make sure that I'm subscribed to you. But you know what? After I get done with these, usually at night, I'll always go through and I'll make sure I read all the chat, all of it. so I don't miss anything, even if I'm missing it right now. And if there are people who come into my chat or if they comment on my videos, I always click on them to see if they have content. And I mean, if they're, you know what I mean. And then I subscribe so that you know it. I love finding new people. Yes, let me see. What do you mean you get immature? I don't know. Let's see. Yes, I really liked it, Simon, and it's really lovely and colorful too. I put my tarot and oracle decks together in their own categories. Yeah, I have different categories for mine too, and that kind of goes along with their different personalities. Let's see. I filmed this tag and we'll post it over the weekend. See, look at you, Heather. You and Jen from Jen's Balanced Tarot and Lisa and others that like will record it and then just have it sitting and waiting in the wings. And then we'll upload it later and have more of a schedule. I need to get like that because I'm terrible. I'm like, okay, I've recorded it. Okay, now I've got to hit the button. And I know I don't have to. Simon, I was immature when I saw your gummy bear tarot. You can't get it in a tin now, though. A gummy bear tarot. Oh my. Yes, buying tarot makes you happy but sad too. You need to find a support group for how much you spend. Yes. Well, you know, it's like I was saying, I'm supposed to be having a depth month, but I had this and the Rackham Tarot were on pre-order waiting for the release dates. And so when they came, because I bought them a long time ago, so I'm not counting it for my depth month. I'm in get more mature as time goes on about tarot decks. At first, you buy every that you can, and then you get overloaded. That's true. And I've just started to do that. Find it easier to record 2 to 3 videos at a time and then upload to some kind of plan. Yes. And I really do need to be more organized. But you know what? I just like today, it was just very much on a whim. Simon and I were just chatting, and I was like, okay, I'll go live. Growing old is mandatory. Growing up is totally optional. Absolutely. And you know what? The fact that I'm going to be 43 next month, I don't feel 43. I don't know what age I feel. I definitely feel like I'm in my 20s. Mid to late 20s is what I feel like. Yes. I cannot spell today. Sorry, one of those days. Yes, Selkie. And Selkie, Selkie, how's your mouth? How is your mouth, honey? I heard that you hurt your tooth on something. Yes. And let's see. Yes. So you went on live on a whim, originally planned to record, and yes. Oh, you were not a train wreck. No, you did great. I love it. I loved it. And Simon and I were chatting back and forth, and I said, okay, well, I'm going to go live, and then I said, but wait, Simon. I said, Heather's coming on. Heather's coming. And so we were both like really excited. He was like, I'm going to go get my coffee. I'm going to have my mug ready. So yeah, yes, I enjoyed it, Heather. I really did. I love that relax, just getting to visit. I really do. And it's sometimes it's better than glide because that whole glide thing is like it cuts you off at 5 minutes. It was good. It was very good. Yes. Goodness, excuse me. I don't look 43. Thank you. Well, technically, I'm not just yet. Next month, I'll be 43. Yes, you're fine now. Us, let me see. Us posh birds know how to. That's right. We know posh. Yeah, like I said it in your chat, Heather, that I had never heard the word posh until the Spice Girls came out. We don't say posh over here, but you lot say posh all the bloody time. Yes! Yes, I am, Miss L. Yes, and I don't look my age. Look at all this white. Do you see all that? And my wrinkles? But you know what? I don't care. I just put my bangs down like that and it hides it. Yes. So that was my tarot happiness. Elle, you came in awfully late, young lady. Where have you been? What have you been up to? Bangs. You love that word. Yes. I have my bangs. And my hair's a wreck today because I literally just washed it and then left it. I haven't done anything else. I just finished with 2 months of dental work. Yes. Yuck, yuck, yuck. You was having a wash? Oh gosh. Fringe. Is that what we call it? Fringe? Yeah. And I don't even need my sunglasses really right here. But since 8 p.m. L, right? L, where have you been this whole time? L, you didn't even go to Heather's chat, did you? Were you in Heather's chat? I don't think you were. Where have you been, little lady? Your tarot dad and your American mom really want to know. Yes. Well, let's see, you guys. You know what? All you Brits are probably really tired. Yeah, Heather was live and you freaking missed it. Had you not rung her bell on her channel? Yeah, now I hear it. I hear the song. You got to ring her bell. Yes. I totally read that in the voice of Wynetta Slob. I was having a wash. I don't know who Wynetta Slob is, but I like her. I am just waiting for my son's girlfriend to pick me up, and then I will be out of here. In the meantime, I better get dressed and sorted. So listening to you. Well, it's nice that your son's girlfriend is sweet enough to come and pick you up and things like that. That's nice. I like my son's girlfriends. Yeah, for an hour and a half. For an hour and a half, Elle. Where on God's green earth were you? Speaking of green earths, I know, way off topic. I hadn't seen this movie since it came out, and I just watched it again yesterday. Avatar. Come on, guys. Avatar. What a great movie. And I have heard that they're going to have an Avatar 2 and 3. Can you imagine? Yeah. This slag likes to soak. Yeah, well, you know what, Elle? I was having a bit of a wash and I was on Simon's chat from the tub. I was soaking in the tub and I had my little phone and yeah, I was chatting. I don't know when the sequel is going to be, Simon. But there were some videos on there were some videos about it on YouTube about number 2. They're not trailers yet, I don't think, but they've listed some of the actors that are coming back and things like that. Yeah. Yeah, Avatar, I think, man, I think when I think of the way our planet should be, I think of Avatar. Really. Before we went and wrecked everything. So so yeah. Okay, bye-bye, Lisa. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go here pretty quick too because um Noah is coming home tonight. My soldier boy. He has to be somewhere tomorrow for more soldiering stuff, but he's gonna stay here tonight with his mommy, and I'm going to have to feed him. Yeah. Oh, the rooster. Yeah, that's Derek. He's over there. He's half naked. Bless him. Yeah, let me see if I can get this to turn up and around. There he is. Do you see him? He's standing over there. Yeah, he's ridiculous. Yeah. So, yeah, my soldier boy. Yes, he's gonna come home tonight, and I may watch a movie with him if he'll stay up and do it. Oh my God, Elle, I knew you were going to say that. I am clearly psychic. See? Hi, Tammy. You love hearing Derek back there growing? He's there's something with that rooster. Roosters, they crow usually in the mornings and sometimes throughout the day, but Derek crows all the time. All the time. Absolutely ridiculous. People were depressed because they wanted to live on Pandora. Man, I believe it. And he's going through there, and as he touches the plants, they're lighting up and all that. It's just, man. And I guess that, like Disney has a Pandora ride or world or something. Hi, Naomi. How are you doing? Hi, Jen. Oh my gosh. I was just doing my these people. See these notifications? You see what happens? Plant slag. Yes. I am a plant slag. Um, what was I saying? I don't even recall what I was saying. I don't. You guys want to before I get off here, you want to hear some really weird words I was writing down? And I don't know how many of these you guys have over there in the UK, but fuddy-duddy, humdinger, doohickey, thingamajiggy, cocknamy, malarkey, lollapalooza, poppycock, cattywampus, highfalutin, conniption, and discombobulated. I was just thinking about words. I say doohickey all the time. Doohickey, thingamajiggy, doomaflidgy, what you diddle. I will thank him for his service, Emma. Yeah, he's a good kid. Let's see. What else? What else? Wow, I'm so British. I've probably said most of those words this past week alone. Yes, you are. I didn't know how many of those y'all had over there, but whatchamacallit. Exactly. Whatchamacallit. I like poppycock. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Yes. Thingamajiggy. Thingamabob. Now we call it thingamabob and you call it thingamabob. Yes. Methinks that sounds more UK. Well, you guys, I have really enjoyed this, but I think I'm going to need to get off of here because I have to start getting things ready. I have to do some stuff, some work. And my mom is still laying down, so that's good. I won't have to worry about her. She's I don't know, she's off today. She didn't pass out, but she did fall, and I think it was after she stood up and she went completely down. She crashed into her TV stand and she broke it, but she's okay. Um, with her heart, she has things. Um, but so yeah, she's okay. She's okay. She's resting right now, laying down. But yeah, she's done that several times where she'll and it's orthostatic hypotension, and it's just a sudden drop in blood pressure when you stand up. It happens to a lot of us. It really happens particularly with pregnant women, with that increased blood flow. But it is something that happened to her today. So I'm keeping my eye on her and not letting her walk anywhere by herself to the bathroom and what have you. So yeah. So I hope she didn't thingamajig her doohickey. She probably would have liked it if she would have thingamajig her doohickey. My mom, Selkie, my mom is only 74. She's not old, but she has severe aortic stenosis. So she does, typically then we would have a we would have surgery and have a new, valve put in. But with her advanced dementia and Alzheimer's, she's not really a candidate. You know, her quality of life would not, I can't say it wouldn't be worth the surgery, but it's not something that the doctors are willing to see about. So, anyhow, she's only 74, but bless her, at least she was nice today. Some days she's not. But your dad is 75, dementia, twinning-ish, off by 1 year. Mama will be 75 in September. She's a Virgo. Her's a Virgo girl. Yeah. Yeah, she is. She is old before her time. Her dementia and Alzheimer's stuff started quite a while back. I started noticing things, and then I would think, well, maybe she's just a little off today. I mean, years and years ago, I would notice things. But yeah, now it's clearly she's got something. Um, she's been, she's got, she was in a nursing home for a while and she got kicked out. How does an old person get kicked out of a nursing home? They have to be pretty raunchy. Yeah. Yeah. Your mother gets nasty with you, Selkie. I know mine has hit me. She calls me a bitch. She flips me off. She flips the kids off. She can be really nasty. Sometimes just really, really hateful, but I just never know what we're going to get from the minute she opens her eyes in the morning, what the day is going to be like. And today doesn't mean a thing with that woman. So, yeah. Your mom is nearly 80 with her strokes, etc. Even though she seems good, she has days too much for her. Yeah, it is. It sucks getting old. It really does. Um, my dad was 75 when he passed. So, and I would imagine that that's going to be a roundabout with my mom too. Yeah. Your grandma has dementia, but luckily she's still usually good natured. Yeah, and mom can be too. Mom can be really funny, but boy, there are times it can get crazy. Your dad went downhill quite quick. Vascular dementia. Yes. Forgotten how to use the loo. So it's all hands on deck. Yes, definitely. Yeah. So far, mom hasn't forgotten how to use the loo, but she has to wear her, what do you guys call them? Tenilators? Something. Um, she wears her disposable briefs, and she has Yeah. But she goes to the loo. It is it is so cruel. It is not fun. And um I'm not gonna have her here with me that much longer because I'm going to move her into a nursing home, I do believe. And the reason being is that I still have 2 children under my roof that are minors that, I homeschool. Nash and Sam are 14 and 11, and I it's not good for them. I need to be able to take them out and do things with them, and so I'm going to be, um, sooner than later. Tenna pads are poise. Yes, tenna. Okay, that's what Becca was calling them, tenna. My gran, or grun, as we called her, needs a permanent catheter as she can't remember how to go to the loo. It's very sad to see. Yeah, and that's horrible too because catheterization just introduces all kinds of bacteria. Um, you homeschool and take care of 2 parents as well. Busy day. Yes. And it is. And so I don't know. With mom, I'm going to have to put her some put her somewhere. That sounds horrible, but I'm I'm going to because it's not fair to my boys that are still here. Um, I've had mom living here for a year now, and it's really put a cramp on our homeschooling and things like that. So my mom was a real lady, twin sets and pearls. Aw, yeah. My mom was a flight attendant. Actually, she was an airline stewardess back in the 60s with TWA, and that's when they would have to, these women had to be perfect. They had to have manicures every day. They had to have their hair set. They had to have their weight checks and all of this. Yeah. So my dad passed, my dad, before he passed at motor neuron, had lost his ability to do everything. Yeah, I don't think she hates you. I think it's the hypertension, Ozark. I see a cute baby behind you. There's always somebody. Oh, let's see. Kiki. Which one are you? Yes, that's that's the kitty. We don't speak his name. Um, but yeah, it is. It's just a lot. But anyhow, you're a nurse too. Okay, good. See? Yeah, I love nursing. I do. I just it's different doing it with my mom. Someone's home and it sounds like a car. So I think it's Noah. You guys, I'm going to get off of here. I think my soldier's home. I'm going to go hug my soldier. Okay, guys. Thank you for hanging out and putting up with me. Bye, guys.